We've got some work to do, chaps. If you'll recall, last time the Edwardian Hussars were defeated in battle by a massive horde of Württemberg insurgents, most likely assisted by the Dutch, so as it stands, Edward is by himself. I'm currently in the process of going to every Prussian city I've previously invaded and reforming the Edwardian Hussars once again, and this time they'll be here to stay. I told you, orange bastards, it's on site. Never mind they've gone into Hanover, and bloody Nora, that's an Englishman. His army's certainly seen better days, he and I both. And by Jove, there's another one who's his six-man army, yep. Well, old boy, by seeing you and your mate, I'm very glad it's not just me that got the shite beaten out of them. Although I am now rather concerned about the war effort. Who needs less enemies? We have the French. Wait a minute. Well, I'll leave you to it then, old boy. Have fun doing whatever the shite it is you do as I single-handedly take over the world. Odessa has been besieged by Queen Victoria. Where's that to, then? Right, so you'll forgive me if I was unaware that the Second Crimean War had started. I'm also in crippling shock that the realm is actually doing something. Well, I might as well try and catch up with them. Oh, that's a good sign. Listen, old boy, I don't know who you think you are intercepting me like this, but not really feeling it today, chaps. I got eggshell in my scrambled egg this morning, so I'm not in the mood. Thank you very much for the understanding. Hiya, Prussians, remember me? You should do. I annexed the entire western part of your country just a few days ago. It might still be a tad bit fresh. Anyways, just passing through. This journey has apparently taken me a year so far, but I'm almost there. Well, hello there, Crimea. How's it going, chaps? Do you know what, actually? Right now, I've got no Are you taking the piss? I just walked all the way through Prussia, through Austria, through half of Russia, and it's not while I'm doing that. It's not while I'm on my way that they make peace with the Russians. It's when I bloody arrive. No, I'm not having that. Now the Romanians are going to get it. Sorry, Romanians, but I'm pissed off and you were the closest thing towards me. And I just needed something to blame. That is the last time I ever try and help the realm again. From now on, I'm sticking to my own campaigns. I'm on the verge of rebelling, taking Jerusalem and forming Israel. Okay, this is a lot of good stuff. I'm happy now. I forgive all that have wronged me. Well, we are now presented with the question, what the shite now? I suppose I need to start a new military campaign against any country of my choosing. Do you know what? While I'm here in Romania, I might as well check to see their garrison. It would be rude not to. Right, new Edwardian Hussars, this is going to be your training. We're going to shoot the Romanians. I've had a change of heart, we'll let the Romanians be. Since when were we at war with Prussia again? We made peace with them a few days ago. Do you know what? I don't think I like the Turks. We're going to invade Sarajevo. Okay, so somehow, the Prussians managed to botch the invasion of Paderborn. They lost. I wasn't even there. Now Zwolle's been... Okay, this is not looking good, is it? No worries though, I'm not on that front anymore. That's no longer my concern. I'm opening up a new front now. That being said, scream for me, Sarajevo! Quite literally, no one will blame you, I am attacking you. When you used their nickname back then, we are beating up the sick man of Europe. It sounds morally questionable, but we Edwardian Hussars have done much worse in the past. Apologies, old boy, but this does tend to happen when you stand outside of the fort. Who designing the Imperial Ottoman military uniform decided it would be a good idea to make them look like goblins from Scottish folklore? No worries, chaps, it's for the greater good of God. For the record, I have increased the difficulty on the combat AI, and for some reason they're still doing this shite, just standing around and waiting for me to slice them. Ladies and gentlemen, I think the Edwardian Hussars are truly back. You may have finally been defeated on the Western Front, but this time... If I remember correctly, and I believe I am, I was shooting the Ottomans. I just had to draw a very rough and quick diagram to just figure out where we are at the moment, and it's not looking terrible. Well, it looks like Hanover's taken Paderborn. No worries, didn't like that place anyways. We've also just made peace with the Romanians, so that's alright, I suppose. Straight back to it, chaps! We've been here once before, so let's get this over with quickly, shall we? How many of you chaps are actually Bosnian? Did you just stab me in the back, you Bosnian? Well, there's a scrap over here. Fair play, mate. You know, Edward Hastings was once a Lancer. Take that as you will. I'm already willing to bet that these new Edwardian Hussars are as good, if not better, than the last. Although there is still room for improvement. Chaps, for Pete's sake, dying isn't going to help us. Sort it out. Yes, no worries, we won. Under Edward Hastings, the new Edwardian Hussars are back to winning ways, as I'm sure Sarajevo would tell you. I reckon now we go and say hello to an old friend, the Austrians. Sorry, chaps, but I'm afraid you were just caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. You will now die. Edward Hastings is to be taken very seriously, and that goes to everyone, especially you bastards.
Stop it!
Since when did the Belgians still exist, and why are they in Austria?
You have no country!
Alright, I'll leave the Austrians alone for now. Make no mistake, the Belgians had no influence upon the making of this decision. This was all me. I get we're at war, old boy, but I do have some Romanian goods to sell, if that's alright with you. Stupid bastard. Sons of Albion, your country needs you. Well, okay, maybe not the country, but Edward Hastings does. I could have sworn Paderborn was mine. Hanover, I don't know when you did this, you sneaky bastards, but you have something that belongs to me. Hang on just a second though, chaps. King George has something to say about this. And so does Otto von Pritzwitz. Oh, and my chair's on the ceiling. Would you look at that? Alright, gentlemen, time for your briefing. So basically, Major point, chaps. I'll meet them halfway. You don't stand a chance. The last thing I want you chaps doing is losing momentum and retreating, so we're going the long way round. I see a general, but not for long. How in the... You don't live that, mate. That's what I thought. By the time our adversaries have seen us over the horizon, it is far too late. Have some British steel, you prick. That was right to the face. That's crazy. Well, that was the first wave, anyways. Knowing this mod, only about 19 more to go. This, chaps, is what you do when you are chasing down an enemy on horseback. First, you shoot the shite out of his horse until it collapses, and then you slice the shite out of him with your sword. Bob's your uncle. Ow! You chaps are causing us quite a bit of trouble from back here. Your presence will not be tolerated. There is literally no danger to my forces in this battle. No arrows at all, the horse doesn't count. By Jove, he's running. What will I ever do in this situation? Yes, as I was saying, chaps, you aren't allowed here. Well, Hanover, lessons were learned, lines were drawn. Good news, chaps, we're now about halfway through the battle. My horse is basically on its last legs at the moment, so I'm a tad bit concerned about it being maimed, but we'll see what happens. I didn't see that one coming. Yes, mate, that's precisely why you want to avoid getting shot in the jaw. What are you going to do, old boy? Shoot me? Think you're funny, you Hanoverian. What now, old boy? You can't shoot Edward Hastings, mate. That's not how this goes. The other chap got lucky.
Boys, we're winning!
War's going well. What about you, chaps? What you are seeing is what victory looks like. I'm actually shocked I just finished a 4-stage battle without the game crashing. That's really unfortunate for you, mate. That's crazy. I'm going to hire 5 howitzer crew officers. I have no howitzers. Yeah, no, that wasn't even the siege. That was just the entire army of Hanover trying to stop me. Aye, makes sense. Well, chaps, it's time to reassert British sovereignty over Paderborn. A very legitimate sentence, if I do say so myself. I see the howitzer officers leading the charge. This is a good idea. Yes, no worries if you haven't got a rifle at the moment, old boy. Just pick one up from the corpses lying around in a few minutes. I'm sure you'll find one. Actions like this were actually a favourite pastime for British troops back in the 1860s. I wonder if that howitzer chap's found a weapon yet, or if he's still alive. Now, what am I saying? He's an Edwardian Hussar. He'll be fine. I hope you've enjoyed your life so far, because that's not on, bastard. I'm about 83% sure that mortar shell just directly hit a massive group of my hussars, but I've decided that if I don't look at the damage, there is no damage. We move on. A swift and decisive victory, as per usual. Things are back to how they should be. Why stop there? The advance continues. Also, just a political update. Basically, Iran has besieged Baghdad. No comment. We're now at peace with the Ottomans, meaning we get to keep Sarajevo unopposed. Oh yeah, also, Karl's not too happy that we're besieging Oldenburg, so he's deciding to try and do something about it. He's going to die. The men can't wait for this. This is going to be great. You can almost sense the enthusiasm. It really does baffle me at how every single other nation in this game just does not invest into cavalry. Edward Hastings is a living case study on why they shouldn't, actually, because I want to win. You can't run away, chaps. Then the wounds on your corpse will be on your back. It'll be obvious what you've done. One chap lost his horse and now the whole regiment's retreating. This mod does have its flaws. No worries, I'll just single-handedly win this battle by myself then, shall I? That's fair. This changes absolutely nothing.
Hey, yo, calm down! Why are you actually...
I'm going to find out which village these chaps are from and burn it to the ground. Alright, chaps, second time's a charm. Don't let the artillery scare your horses off. Do not let the bullets hit you. It's been 37 seconds. Due to my injured state, I'll hardly be able to win this battle by myself, but I suppose I'm going to have to try. I'm a military commander, not a sodding superhero. That's crazy. We won by auto-reserve, it's not all bad. Nothing has changed, the siege continues. We've decided upon a night assault, chaps, they'll never see it coming. They've seen us coming. Well, whether they've seen us or not, it matters not. They are equally as buggered. That's quite a lot of rifles firing at us, chaps. Should we be concerned? Trick question. No. Yeah, go on, Howitzer, mate. You got this. Smash his head in. Do it in! Fantastic job, Squire. That's the first of many. This is Jehovah's secret as to how this man's still alive. Edward's soldiers have given him a new title. Amongst other things, he is known as the Trench Sweeper. This is precisely what is expected of any Edwardian hussar. Maximum athleticism and determination. And the lack of getting shot. Bastard. You did this to yourself, old boy. You sowed the wind and now you reap the whirlwind. I wonder how well Hanoverian helmets work. Decent. Look on the bright side, mate. Your technology's getting there. Just a quick one. Do hats work better than helmets? Debatable. This city is yours? 82 casualties, are you bloody sure? Well, that's a good move by us, chaps. This is huge. Why does the name Hamburg give me rather interesting memories that I don't quite remember?